Hello lovely people, I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you for clicking. This is episode 1 on a 5-bedroom house for Stephen and Esther. This is located at Elmina, K-E-E-A. I don't know if most of you know Elmina. So in your view is a 3D representation of the 5-bedroom house for Stephen and Esther. This design was done by Mr. Frank Hammond. He's an electrical engineer who has architectural firm as well. Okay, the estimated cost for this project is 620,420 Ghana cedis. Translating that into dollars is $51,701.71. Okay, I'm using the rate of $1 is to 12 Ghana cedis. Okay, so yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, it's a hidden roof or a secret roof. So look at the design, it looks so beautiful. All right, so Madam Esther and the husband sent me the money. Okay, I gave them my brother's account. My brother is in Ghana, I am here in Dubai. You understand? I work and I live here with my family in Dubai. So I have my PRO, who is my brother, back in Ghana. So they sent the money to his account and he bought everything, and then, you know, we get everything started. So on the 17th of March 2023, we got to the site. We have to create a road because there was no access road to the plot. So I have to find a caterpillar to be able to do that for me, and the cost of this was 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, initially we had asked some guys to weed the land because we felt it was not necessary to bring the caterpillar, you know, to do that. But upon reaching there, Mr. Stephen noticed that there is no access for a vehicle to bring the sand, the chippings, the blocks, and even for himself, he will not be able to go there with his vehicle. So we have to then call the caterpillar to come in and create an access road for us. And I believe that this shouldn't be our responsibility. It should be part of the chiefs who actually sells the land. They should be able to create access road for everybody, demarcate the plot properly with road access. You understand? I don't know why we are so backward. We are too backward. You understand? This cost, this 5,000 shouldn't be part of the client cost. But see, we have to bear that cost, because if not, we will not be able to do what we have to do. Anyway, so that's it. So the road access was created, and then at the same time we asked the caterpillar to come to the site and clear the site properly. So that was what you saw. So in your view is the estimate for the project. Are you with me? Yes, the estimate for the project. So the foundation, the cost of the foundation is as shown. Okay, the cost of foundation is what you see on the screen, which is 148,041 Ghana cedis. The substructure is 999 Ghana cedis 14 pesos, and then for the decking is 168,020 Ghana cedis. The first floor block work to the gable is costing us 82,849, and the rain gutters and that of the roofing, which is does not include the roofing sheets, just the root trusses. Okay, and that is also costing 121,595 Ghana cedis, and that gives us the total as you see right there, and corresponding dollars as $51,701. So this is reasonable, and again a little bit expensive in my opinion. Why? Because the cost of chippings is quite expensive here in Elmina. Okay, yes, the prices we get in Kaswa or some part of Accra is not the same as that of Elmina, and I don't know why, if because they have to transport some of the materials to alumina, and that is why they price them so high. I can't tell, but in a nutshell, I'm able to bargain to get what I want. The blocks, we bought blocks at 7 Ghana cedis. Okay, yes. Cement, we got cement at 93. Okay, and then the next day when we went, we were told that it was 94. I had then budgeted for 95 Ghana cedis for the cement. Okay, so it means that we had a balance of 1 Ghana cedis on each bag of cement, and that was what we used for transportation. Okay, yes. And cost of iron rods was not the same as I have budgeted, but there was no way I could go back again to Esther, because initially I have gone to her and told her that some prices had changed. When my steel bender got there, the price of iron rods have also gone up, and I felt so bad going back to the client to tell her that again she has to add some money. And that's part of construction. You need to be a bit strategic. If not, you will run at a loss. And my goal was to help her achieve her dream house. You understand? So at any cost, I have to find a way to making sure that we get the iron rods, okay, and do it right, just the way it should have been done. So Stephen and the team got here on the 17th of March 2023, and they did what we call the profiling. So in your view, for those who are new on the channel, this is what we call profiling. And the profiling comes after your architectural engineer has given you your structural drawing. There are 2 types of drawing that they will give you: architectural and the structural drawing. So with the structural and the architectural, they come in one booklet. You understand? So Stephen is using what we call the foundation plan. The foundation plan guides him to demarcate what is on the paper onto the ground. So we have something we call the grade lines. Okay, it has numeric numbers and alphabets. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to whatever number the architect will put out there, and then we have alphabet A, B, C, D. They all form a grade line from top to the bottom. So Stephen needs to plot all those grade lines, okay, so he can demarcate the rooms, the hall, the corridor, and everything with the help of the wire board and the pegs that have been laid across the plot. You understand? They are going to mark everything on the wood, or perhaps on the board. You understand? So Stephen and the team, Stephen and Esther, you know, got them a room nearby the plot, just a little bit far, but quite reasonable. And so my team is there, and they are working day by day to be able to come up with the final work. I've actually not been well for some time, so pardon me. Okay, I've actually taken about 3 days off so I could get better. So my voice sounds a bit awkward. I'm having a runny nose, so pardon me. So profiling is very, very important. And if you don't have a competent foreman, okay, who understands how to do profiling, your house will be crooked. Some architects themselves don't know how to do profiling. They can only draw, put everything on paper, but practically they can't do anything. We've had such experiences several times. Several times we had such experiences, so it is nothing new to us. So as you can see, the profiling have been numbered. You can see B over there, B for Bravo. Okay, yes. So Stephen is very, very detailed. You know, he pay attention to every details. You understand? And that is one thing that I love about him, and I push him. Yes, I push him because he's reliable, he's honest. For me, that's one thing I love so much. Once you are honest with me, that's when I give you more contracts. You understand? So whoever contact me and want me to do their project for them, I have whom I'm going to give the project to based on the circumstances. Okay, it does not mean the other masons are not honest. They are, but I'm looking at the one who can do the job for a specific time for me. You understand? Christopher Dade is superb. Michael Fassa is superb. You understand? They all have projects that they're working on. Yeah, so I decide whom I give the project to. So as you can see on the board is written A, B, C. You understand? And then there are nails on top of the Wawa board indicating the gap, the distance between A and B or D or E. You understand? Yes. And then we are going to pull a rope from one point to the other, and that will indicate the grade line for digging of the trenches. Are you with me? Yes. So all my artisans are very good. Everybody can do what we call the profiling. Michael Fassa can do the profiling. Christopher Dade, Akwesi NP, and Stephen. You understand? They can all do profiling, which I believe that it is very, very necessary. When you have a mason or a foreman who does not know how to do a profiling, that is a big problem. That is a big problem. So here we bought sand, chippings, blocks, and she bought a polytank. Yes, we have polytank and Santex. And those are the two names we have. There are other brand names. Polytank is something that we know in Ghana because they were the first to come. I think Santex has been there before even Polytank. So Santex or Polytank, they are the same. Are you with me? Regardless, if someone got you a Santex tank and Chinchine trying, you said you want Polytank, they are all the same. They are all the same. So we bought Santex tank for 5,000, I think 5,450. 5,450 at Elmina, and the transport to the site, they took us 100 and I think 170 or so. My brother is a PRO for that, so he gave me all those details. Probably in the subsequent videos I'll be dropping those details so that anyone who is planning to build in Elmina will definitely have a clue. Or even myself, I'm keeping a database of all that is happening because this is my second time building here in Elmina. You remember we built for Anthony and Stella. Yes, in the same Elmina. And here is Edina. It's a Commander Edina Eguafo. There's a last name, Keea. I don't know. They said the location is Marine Bungalow. Marine Bungalow. So, yeah. There are houses behind us, but because of the bush, probably you might not be able to see them properly. I believe with time, when people start coming around, they will clear all the areas, and then we'll be able to see the houses clearly. So today's episode is mainly to show you about what we call profiling, and also to educate those that are new on my channel about profiling. So once the profiling is completed, the next episode is going to be digging of the trenches. So you can make a note of that so that you learn. Don't let anybody come and tell you anything or even cheat you. You understand? Yes, it is very, very necessary. Okay. Yeah, so take note of it. Ensure that you understand the processes of building. Are you with me? Yes, profiling. The next after this is digging of the trenches. Once we are done with digging of the trenches, the next episode will be casting of the foundation concrete. Are you with me? Casting of the foundation concrete. Once that is done, the next one will be footing block work, or we say footings, footing block work. You understand? Yes, that is where we lay the blocks after the foundation concrete have been casted. Are you with me? It is very, very important you keep an eye on every step of the way. if you want me to handle your project, yes, for me, I think it will be necessary to take away all the headache, because most of it are not the processes that I go through to be able to establish all this. I'm here in Dubai, but it's as though I'm in Ghana. I have every contact. I make sure I get what I want, and if I don't get it, I'll go at the length and breadth to make sure I get it, because I want to have control. You understand? Once you have control of whatever you're doing, you're able to determine the time and the season. Yes. So my team is always busy, so I have to find other alternative to relieve them from the pressure. So in terms of procurement, making arrangement for materials and other stuff, I have my PRO, who is my brother. Okay, my brother is right there, whose number is on the screen. You can contact him for any assistance that you need. Okay, for him to go to Accra and buy you all the materials that you need, you have to, give him transport. He has his own car which he uses as Uber. Are you with me? Yes. So you can pay him for the day, and he will purchase all those items and deliver them to the location where you want them, and then you pay him off. You understand? So for me, I do all of that. My brother handles most of the money issues for me. And then also how to pay my artisan. I pay Steven directly. Steven gets his money because I trust him. So what I have to do is calculate the money and give to him. Whoever comes to the site, if it's a carpenter, a plumber, he is in charge of all of them, and he makes sure everybody gets his money. You understand? So it is very, very important that you're able to make sure that $1 is performing $1 work. Are you with me? So wherever you are, I urge you that if you're vulnerable, if you don't have anybody and you need my help, my goal is to assist you. You understand? My goal is to assist you and make sure that your house is built so that when the time you get home, you have everything available. As you can see, Steven is making sure that the main pillars for the four corners is also matching with the profiling. The spaces he's making sure to leave available for future prospect. You understand? Yes. The space around the entire building, Steven is making sure that all the dimensions are the same. The gap from the side and from the back, mostly at the back, we leave about 5 feet at the back. Are you with me? Yes. Steven is very, very articulate, and he will make sure even if the plot is not straight, he will always find a way to go around it. Are you with me? So lovely people, okay, if you love this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, please subscribe to help the channel grow. All right, if you need my assistance, do not hesitate to send me an email at brightantonio@outlook.com. I'm here to help you. Are you with me? I am only here to help you. All right, so thank you for watching. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.